Thank you for your time. My name is Baytullah, and this is Food for Thought. There's something I'd like to read to you. We should try to leave the world a better place than when we entered it. As individuals, we can make a difference, whether it is to probe the secrets of nature, to clean up the environment and work for peace and social justice, or to nurture the inquisitive, vibrant spirit of the young by being a mentor and a guide. Michio, Kaku. Never forget that you are one of a kind. Never forget that if there weren't any need for you and all your uniqueness to be on this earth, you wouldn't be here in the first place. And never forget, no matter how overwhelming life's challenges and problems seem to be, that one person can make a difference in the world. In fact, it is always because of one person that all the changes that matter in the world come about. So be that one person. Richard, Bucky, Buckminster, Fuller. Goals are individual, not universal. Just because someone can run farther, lift heavier, go longer, doesn't mean your effort is invalid. So work hard for you and your own goals. Progress will come. Athlean-X. A foolish faith in authority is the worst enemy of truth. Albert Einstein. It kind of sucks that it takes most of your life to learn how to live. The human spirit must prevail over technology. Albert Einstein. Governments don't want a population capable of critical thinking. They want obedient workers. People just smart enough to run the machines and just dumb enough to passively accept their situation. George Carlin. Most of all, talk without bad intention. Give without any reason. Care for people without any expectations. The irony is, the more you try to control life and others, the more out of control you feel. Adiyashanti. One of the best lessons you can learn in life is to master how to remain calm. Not only is the universe stranger than we think, it is stranger than we can think. Because fanaticism and ignorance is forever busy and needs feeding, and soon, Your Honor, with banners flying and with drums beating, we'll be marching backward through the glorious ages of the 16th century, when bigots burned the man who dared bring enlightenment and intelligence to the human mind. Henry Drummond, Inherit the Wind. It is naively assumed that the fact that the majority of people share certain ideas or feelings proves the validity of these ideas and feelings. Nothing is further from the truth. Consensus validation as such has no bearing on reason or mental health. The fact that millions of people share the same vices does not make these vices virtues. The fact that they share so many errors does not make the errors to be truths. And the fact that millions of people share the same forms of mental pathology does not make these people sane. Eric Fromm. You have more power than you realize. There are 3 stages in scientific discovery. First, people deny that it is true. Then, they deny that it is important. Finally, they credit the wrong person. Bill Bryson. Sit down before fact as a little child. Be prepared to give up every preconceived notion. Follow humbly wherever and to whatever abysses nature leads, or you shall learn nothing. I have only begun to learn content and peace of mind since I have resolved at all risks to do this. Thomas Henry Huxley. Philosophy is a science, and as such has no articles of faith. Accordingly, in it nothing can be assumed as existing except what is either positively given empirically or demonstrated through indubitable conclusions. Arthur Schopenhauer. Meditation is one of the greatest arts of life, perhaps the greatest art, because in the understanding of meditation there is love, and love is not the product of systems, of habits, of following. a method. Love can perhaps come into being when there is complete silence, and the mind can only be silent when it understands the nature of its own movement as thought and feeling. Krishnamurti. My path may be different. That doesn't mean I am lost. The time will come when diligent research over long periods will bring to light things which now lie hidden. A single lifetime, even though entirely devoted to the sky, would not be enough for the investigation of so vast a subject. And so this knowledge will be unfolded only through long successive ages. There will come a time when our descendants will be amazed that we did not know things that are so plain to them. Many discoveries are reserved for ages still to come, when memory of us will have been effaced. Seneca. Follow your bliss. If you do follow your bliss, you put yourself on a kind of track that has been there all the while waiting for you. A life you ought to be living is one you are living. When you can see that, you begin to meet people who are in the field of your bliss, and they open doors to you. I say follow your bliss and don't be afraid, and doors will open where you didn't know that they were going to be. If you follow your bliss, doors will open for you that wouldn't have opened for anyone else. Joseph Campbell. As I get older, I begin more and more to feel that the being brought up as educated is a form of hypnosis, brainwashing, and indoctrination that is extremely difficult to survive with one's sense and senses intact. Credited to Alan Watts. Thank you for your time.